Wow. Wow.
This is Tim. Tim is smart. Tim is chilling. Be like Tim.
Kill me now, I'm not again. Does this move all you around when I move it?
Yes.
Yes, it does. It's really interfering with what I'm trying to do.
This is what we've devolved to. Wow.
Devolved? You mean evolved?
Sure, if you want to call it that.
I mean, it was worse at the beginning. There's
Oh.
a lot of fucking shapes in here.
Sorry, I can't see anything on the bottom of my screen. Or can I? Oh, there, I can zoom out.
Whoa.
Whoa.
So much more room for activities.
What was
Did you
that one
promote
thing on
me?
Reddit?
Oops. I don't know how to promote you back if you promoted me.
I think it's Willow.
I've already taken those back.
Oh.
He's grown big.
Oh, it won't let me type under it now. What? It's upsetting. Oh, wait. It's just real small.
Let's make him a little home.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Are you lighting his home on fire? What is that?
No.
Oh, Tim's a smoker. It's fine.
Are you
I hope
playing
you didn't start
Minecraft, man?
recording.
I did.
You did?
Nice.
It's just
Well
on
done.
a tiny screen, though. Because it's.
Leave it in, leave it in.
Cut it in post? No, leave it in.
Fuck it.
Put
We'll
in
do it live.
like a deleted scene at the end.
Oh, you can connect stuff.
Alright, I'm ready whenever you guys are.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
this is the session.
Aw. Let me actually
One, two,
fix-
3, 4. Ooh. I feel like we're missing some. No, we're not. I lied. Haha. I lied. We're not missing anyone. I mean, we are, but anyway, do the recap for Freddy since they weren't here about the heart attacks I was giving you guys with all those random dice rolls.
Oh, right, the water.
Oh, yeah, he about killed us.
Yeah, I
he
think
was-
That.
No, they were there for that. I'm talking about last week.
Yeah.
Where you guys were looking for like secret compartments or whatnot, and
I was the only one.
right.
Well-
So you'll take all of the blame.
No.
Willow found one by mistake.
What?
When Willow leaned on the crate and pressed a button, like a little compartment popped out of the wall with like weapons and whatnot.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And then Valorant found a loose brick above the fireplace, pulled it out, pressed a button that was in there. Nothing happened that he knew
Yeah.
of until something did happen. Gorm smoldered the heck out of the guard that you guys had held captive to get him to reveal information. Give him the old smolder.
I 100% went to my character sheet just now to see if I could rename Zone of Truth.
The smolder.
The splash zone.
That might be a little graphic.
It was basically a Magic Mike show. What are you talking about?
I mean,
Yeah.
with the whole trumpet minor illusion.
See?
Guilty if you've got no rhythm.
Anyway, the guard ended up revealing that the king has been kind of like going above the barons of his kingdom and just planting his own men there to kind of like destroy any opposition or potential opposition, like the Merrymen, the Spiderweb, any thieves guilds, anything of that nature. And after about 10 minutes of getting all the information, the room started filling up with water, triggered by the button that Valorant pressed.
I'm sorry.
And you guys stuffed all of the dead bodies of the guards and Bryn and Ben into the bags of holding that you guys had, so you could dispose of them later. Managed to gather some equipment off of the bodies, at least some like usable equipment. You guys didn't even sneak out to the forest. You just waltzed out to the forest, and by sheer luck, nobody saw you. And Willow set up this 60 by 60 by 6 cube essentially for you guys to camp in. And the night went off without a hitch, and it is now the next morning. And you guys are waking up. It's around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Birds are chirping. Actually, I had something to play. Give me a second. There we go. I had background music, but just forgot to press play. But yes, it is now morning time. Mark off a ration, and yeah, the morning is yours.
So, did the extra spiderweb ever make his way here?
Are you asking them or me?
Everyone in general.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume it's gonna be days before they get here.
We don't know exactly who they are, what they look like, so we did our best.
Well, they're tracking Damien's headpiece, which we brought with us, so they'll find us.
Well, we've got this sanctuary for us until tomorrow night. Till tonight. Is there anything? Maybe we can regroup a little and focus on our next steps.
Quick question. Hey, sorry everyone. Back from I had sort of a 24-hour flu thing. Long now. Back now though. Do we want the spiderweb to find us? I'm not really familiar with that whole shebang.
The spiderweb, yes. Spiderweb's fine. It's the, we don't want the King's Guard or the, I'm forgetting, the cultist group. Order of the Ancients.
Yeah, that's fair. I would love to not go back there. That would be really...
I mean, Lokia and I, and I believe Valoran and Gorm, not sure if Gorm is yet or not, are all part of the Spiders Guild, so they're welcome to find us.
That's sort of like a whole group thing? Like, are we all doing that? Do I have to go join a guild? Can I join a guild? I don't have really applicable guild skills, but I could try.
Well, I mean, intelligence is a skill too. You seem fairly smart with, you know, spells and things.
I'll just turn into another giant monkey again. It's my real showstopper, I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, whatever works. Soaked up some of the shots for us.
It was something. You know what? As long as I can be of service, you guys really all handled that like a champ. That was really scary. I'm so sorry I had to dip out at the end while you were interrogating that guy to go throw up in the corner. It was really cool. You guys did a really good job.
You did well yourself.
Thanks.
Too bad about Ben. I say I had high hopes for them.
Do you know if any other of the merry men might still be around? Have you had any contact with any of them?
Not lately, no. I was hoping he would eventually lead us to some, but we'll have to go do our own research and try and track anybody down.
Feels like it's... I don't know if it's best to get them now or if we wait. Really feels like a lot of people are really looking for us, and then anytime other people try to help us in any way, they just sort of end up a pile of organs.
Yeah, I mean, it's better to lay low at the moment, I think. I mean, they seem like super on guard for some reason. I don't know. Like I said, we just got back in town. You might know why they're all riled up better than us.
That's a good question. Do I have any inkling of perhaps why they're feeling particularly spicy today?
Your guess is as good as everyone else's.
Real. Listen, I don't talk to cops. I've been in my office for the last like 6 weeks, so.
Respect.
Alright.
I think we've actually been going into reigniting the distance of sorts, or at least we're coming in at my understanding on this whole situation. Again, my guess is as good as anybody's. could just be that we're coming at a time and a place where we're needed the most. Where I think the resistance is almost gone, but now that we're here and we're bringing back some more, I think if the time to act is much closer than ever. Once the spiderweb backup comes here, then that's surely not going to go unnoticed, and then a lot more of these wonderful fellows are going to start raiding everywhere and everyone possibly looking for us. We could be swift and take out the leader, but we'll lack we'll lack information in that regard. Or we take a little bit of time but risk dragging more people into whatever the results are going to be.
The leader of what?
Yeah, the leader of the guard, yes, is the king.
So just to kind of like re-explain it, the guard that you guys had knocked out and questioned, he explained that the king is sending his own men and overstepping the barons of his domain, where like they didn't want any of the king's men there because they felt like they could handle it. The king was like, no, I'm putting my own highly trained men to kind of like do a job that needs to get done faster.
Yeah. So, like, you could say, like, that's a secret service man, and the Baron has his own mini army.
He has like town guards, if you will.
Yeah. And the agreement with the spiderweb was with the Baron, but the king stepped in and started
Yes.
breaking that all up.
Still kind of ties in where now the king is now using Oven. Now there's going to grow more resentment for the baronies that are being overstepped by him, and should we need more resources, maybe they could be a valuable resource.
Help us against the king.
Yes.
See, that's one thing we didn't have last time. We didn't have a lot of Baron support it was more of just militia last time. So having Baron support after the fact would be great, but I still think priority now is ultimately the cultists. I mean,
You're willing to leave your people behind to get rid of the cultists. For now, at least.
for now,
You,
yeah.
are you sure you're ready for that?
I mean, if the cultists take over, the people aren't here either way, right?
Are we kind of starting a civil war here?
Oh, I did that about 10 years ago.
Okay, so let me get this straight. We go in, we kill all of the king's guards, all the blame gets put on the Baron, and we just bounce?
Well, that's the problem. We would need the Baron support, so we have, once the king is gone, somebody else has to, be promoted, take the spot, or, form a democracy or something.
But we'll need more than just the Baron here. How many barons are there? How many?
Would I know that information, Dave?
No. You would know more information about the continent that you're from,
Yeah.
but this is on the other side of the world essentially. You wouldn't really know much about that.
As a character, I should know, right?
Yes. Let me pull up the map real quick, because I wasn't expecting to have to count barons.
We're going on.
Well,
Wait. I think
Diplomacy
Valorant
mission.
has a point.
What?
Being in the part of a royal family of sorts, you'd
I'm not
have to
royal.
know. No?
I'm just like a count in the other continent.
Count?
Very famous.
Very account.
Yeah.
Is a count higher or lower than a baron, and which is
Like
lower?
one step higher. So it's Baron, Count, Duke, King.
Ah, okay. I see.
Let's see.
Hmm.
Give me a second. I'm counting. 3, 5. Wait, nope, 6. I like 6. There are 6.
So would Voltaire say that information then?
Yeah.
He would know that.
Yeah, when Willow asked, I would say I think there's 6 acting barons at the moment.
Would what what is the main how do I even word this? What is the main export of Black Belt that allows it to be connected to Pure Star? That maybe Valorant can have some form of connection if there is any? Because if we have a count here with us, we can come in with some form of backing, and we're not just some like run-of-the-mill group or mercenary that's coming in to request an audience. We're coming in with some form of power and additional power coming in if we maybe have some form of connection using Valorant. I don't know. Throwing it out there on the wind. Valorant,
I
what do you
mean,
think?
Valorant has a connection to Stone Splain, which is in I think it's Annixton. Yeah.
I think the bigger question is: are these two nations against each other? Are they working together?
Neither.
So they're neutral.
And yeah.
Well, I can try to schmooze them up, but we're not really known over here, as you saw with the blacksmith. I mean, I might be famous in another continent. I can teach you guys some manners, so when we do go to the Baron or anywhere else, we can be more. Would be the right cunning, convincing.
Very more influential sway, per se.
Yeah, something I think that we can all agree. This situation's a little weird, so possibly yes, we'd love the lessons.
Well, I mean, we're gonna be here for a bit, so let's get started. And I just tug my shirt sleeves up.
Royal training montage.
Yes, real training montage. Let's go.
Do-do-do-do.
It's just the Anastasia all over again.
Actually, at that moment, Gorm, you feel your head sort of ring a little bit, and like it has like a little like sting to it, but then you kind of like regain your composure, and you hear a voice start to like bleed through, and it says, "Gorm, are you there?"
Hello?
Oh, thank goodness. I seem to have gotten myself in a little bit of a pickle here. Started to look around, got surrounded by a bunch of people. I think they might be trying to eat me. Help?
Where are you?
Oh, just prancing around town. Don't know exactly. I've never really been here.
Any nearby landmarks or anything?
I see a house, a tree, another house, and a bunch of angry people, or hungry people, I guess. Oh, that I do remember passing by a bridge with like a little stream, so that might be a good landmark to look for.
Alright, what direction out of the city are we?
I would say you're roughly around the same place that you start, so I guess like south of the city or the town.
Alright, so I'm gonna tell him to just run south as much as possible.
Well, you see, the problem is, I can't run anywhere. They've got me surrounded, and every time I go to bite, or try to kick or headbutt, they retaliate. It's the kindest way.
Alright, we'll try to get to you as fast as possible. It's gotta be difficult with that description, though.
You might want to tell Valter. He might know. General area. But could you kind of hurry a little bit, please? I'm kind of scared.
Voltaire, do you know where there's a bridge over a stream near houses and trees?
Stream. I mean, there's a couple streams that run through town. Houses and trees. I mean, I think we can try. Why do you ask?
Frisky's in trouble.
Oh, Frisky.
He's surrounded. They're trying to kill him.
On a bridge with houses and trees near a stream.
Yes.
You got to remember,
That's
Yuri's
the best
sort of
description.
like he's telling everything from a goat's point of view, so he can't really give you good landmarks.
All right. I mean, Guess we'll go look. Don our disguises.
What is everyone rolling for?
Importance.
Oh.
It's a very important.
Haha.
That looks like
Nice.
4 auto fails to me.
Yeah.
For allies, if you piss us off a little bit more than usual. Okay.
Is there any conversations or anything that needs to be had before Gorm starts darting off?
You might want to change
I
your
don't have
name.
anything.
Oh, thank you. I forgot. I did that in post.
Yeah.
No?
I think maybe as we're walking, if I could do that, like as we're walking into town.
Sure.
As we're walking, the professor's gonna sidle on up to Willow. As we're trying to keep up. Oh, and he's gonna open with something really stupid and corny. Wow, weather's crazy lovely today. Are you enjoying the weather?
Who are you?
Willow turns. Yes, weather's been weird lately. Rather temperate. It does make my hair a little frizzy, which means I have to take some extra steps at the end of the night to make sure it's all, flattens out. I gotta keep the luscious locks intact, else they go haywire.
Well, you know, I've lived here my entire life, so it's sort
Right.
of like, Tuesday kind of thing.
Tuesday.
Yes, it's an ancient dwarven word. Picked it up in my studies.
Tuesday.
I
Fair
just
enough.
like it. It's sort of like I like the way we say it, you really put the chew.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
Do you eat? Do you chew a lot? Is that part of the dwarven culture?
Well, you pick up a lot of words in ancient studies. Tuesday, one I picked up the other day, lit. That was fun. Not really sure the context, so I've just been sort of.
Like a fire?
That's what I assume, but no, they were just sort of throwing it in wherever they wanted.
They're
Like,
throwing
"Whoa."
fire everywhere?
See, I don't know. They said that battle was lit. I don't really know. I assume a flame. The battle was a flame. Who can
Well,
say?
dwarves and fire,
Well, they like fire.
flame and chaos. I guess they were throwing well, some sort of cocktail that's on fire, maybe,
Yes, I assume
and just making it the battlefield to blaze. Very interesting. Never
Yes, yes.
really focused on dwarven.
Yes. Well, I have a lot of free time, so,
Oh well, don't do most wizards.
Yes, of course. Listen, remember the other night? It was a while back. It wasn't that long ago, but I was sort of paralyzed in my sleep, and I also went into your mind, and we kind of.
You went inside me and saw my mind palace. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, in not so many words. I suppose that is correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I remember that.
Yes. So, yes. And the professor's gonna turn and reach and dig inside of his bag, and pull out, a little like wrapped package, just on like plain paper, and he's gonna hand it out to Willow.
What's inside? I'm not a big fan of the middle finger. I'm always, if it's a body part, I do love the ring finger. But what's inside?
He'll just kind of like unwrap the like wrapping paper and hold it out. It's a little like kind of light green silk bag, that has like these little white flowers and vines embroidered in it. Hold it out. It's a little.
A memento.
It's a bag for your cards. I figured you wanted to keep them.
How on earth did you get this kind of bags? Period. I am very. Looks at it, takes a feel, takes some of the cards, make sure they're okay. And is there a little clip on there?
Yeah, you can like a
Okay, you just put it in there. I'm like, that's a very kind gift. A gift given freely to Faye is never forgotten.
I just wanted to say I'm sorry on one hand, and thank you, I suppose, for not sort of giving up or walking away when I had a bit of a moment there.
What kind of people do you surround with so that the immediate reaction for something seeing the vulnerable inside you is like who in their right mind would just walk away without getting to know the person? Granted, my point of view may be a little bit twisted in some forms, maybe a lot more than others, but we all have a past, we all have our troubles, and this group here is a good one. Thank you. Should you need a favor some point in time, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll do my best to grant it to the best of my, and that is a promise.
I appreciate that. I would hope that you know that your contentment and enjoyment is recompense enough, but we will simply have to look out for each other and everyone else.
Yes. Well, for me to give you, I guess, something right now, let's see here. Which one is? And they flip up a one of the cards and look through it. Describe to me what color best represents the feeling of tranquility, peace, and happiness. Describe me the shape, what you see in your mind.
Lavender, I think. My magic is that color, and it's always sort of associated for me.
I see. Lavender. What is it about lavender that makes it so peaceful to you? Surely it's not more than just the simple color of what you do and what is emanated out there.
Suppose you have a wiseness I would always assume a wizard has. Yes, well, when I was younger, Blackbelt used to have great, I don't know if pride is the right word, but there was something here when I was young, or maybe there wasn't, and I just imagined there was because I was small and full of hope, as children often are. But whatever foolish, naive part of me exists remembers that my parents' home, we had a garden outside. There was a great big tree. Must have been a willow or something, coincidentally. It used to kind of fall down all the branches, and surrounding that great big tree was just patches and patches of bright lavender. I don't know, I used to sit and smell it and watch the horizon and just think about the future. It was a bright one, as it often is when you're young. I don't know,
Well.
I guess it just makes me believe that Blackbelt can be like that again someday, that I haven't given up on it.
As you're describing that, you're smelling hints of lavender that get stronger and as Willow is taking out the cards, and it's kind of circling in their hands as if trying to find the right gift. And as you're describing all of this, one particular card is answering to this story. And you see a card, a young maiden with a giant dress. You'll see flowers and petals drifting and falling off from the sky in this little card. And as Willow takes this card and hands it to you, you can feel like some form of connection to this card. And as Willow gives you, the cards, they take one of your hand and puts it on top, and you see, oh no, the flower card. And there is, you can see and smell, you can feel your memories kind of come through alive with this card. As the scent of lavender and peace brings you back to that moment in time where everything was calm. Now, take hold to this and let this be my promise to protect you, and my promise to help you in the future. While I am alive, I will dedicate a lot of my power, time, and energy, as I did with almost everyone here, to protect and to ensure that nothing ever bad happens.
He'll take the card and he's gonna hold it for a second, and then he'll put it in his like jacket breast, just over kind of his heart.
Willow, are you still holding on to Professor's hand?
Yeah. It was one of the hands first and then the card.
Okay.
Yeah.
As this happens, the both of you, essentially, your vision starts to blur and it melds into one vision. And this is unlike any vision that you've seen before, Willow. This is more detailed and vivid and theatrical in a way. And what you see is this otherworldly kind of like scenery. These giant, weird, you don't know if they're plant or stone or creature, you don't know what they are, but you see these in the distance, and you also hear explosions, and you hear kind of like screaming. This is strange for you. It's kind of like very, it's frightening. And in this vision, you see a woman curled in the fetal position, and she's sobbing. You can't see any details. But after a while, you hear sort of like a, Isaac, help! And then the vision cuts out. I'll let you marinate on this picture for a second.
Oh no. This is Kyle talking. Oh no. If this is supposed to be a dream,
It doesn't feel like a dream.
That's gotta be.
my god.
That's gotta be your.
Whose home planet is that?
But somebody knew me. Is it my friend? Is my friend in space? What the?
Is that Isaac?
The voice sounded familiar. It was a very feminine voice, and it sounded distraught as it said the only one word, Isaac.
Awesome. Fantastic news, everybody.
That first popped up, and I'm like, is that Tron?
All right. So I'm gonna bring you back to the forest real quick, so you guys can kind of like marinate after that situation. And how you want to react. Just as quickly happened, it was over. That's what it seemed like. And you both sort of like come to, your vision comes to again, and you're staring into each other's eyes.
It's like beads of sweat coming out of from Willow. What? How does it know your name?
DM, am I right to assume that was Nike's
Yes.
voice? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. No, that's not good. That was my friend. You heard the screaming and you saw that, right?
Honestly, I wish I didn't. The cacophony of screams, explosions, the chaos is... it's all too much.
No, I'm beginning to feel like I don't occupy most of my brain these days.
Why is it that such a commonality between the two of us? What is going on?
Every time.
Oh my goodness. How are we supposed to get there?
That didn't look like anywhere you've been on this planet, right?
No. It looks like tall buildings, towers maybe, that have perpetual light coming from them in a weird bluish glow. Thousands of them. High in the sky. Intricate designs that I'm not sure would work here in our realm.
The glow, now that you mention it. Doesn't that seem... The pistol glows when Voltaire puts the Verde Ganite in. It creates beams of light.
A perpetual source of light, knowing that it is a living organism that feeds on the surroundings. Very similar. The cerulean ones are typically for healing, or at least not for destruction.
I have a hypothesis. In fact, I have two. Hypothesis number one. What we just witnessed was the planet that Voltaire's family originated. I believe they have taken my friend Nikea there. Nikea, she was another professor at the university. We were kidnapped together, and she didn't escape. I believe they have taken her there, eventually. If they can travel. But what concerns me most, and I may be wildly off base with this, the lights, the crystals. The Lodeoganite has some sort of living quality to it. Voltaire himself has told me that close direct contact with it can infect the mind somehow, but it is everywhere on that planet. I don't want to say it out loud, but is there a chance that whatever lives within the crystal lives within the planet?
That makes the most logical sense if we're assuming that the crystals themselves come from the planet. Then whatever creates these stones or gems or rocks come from within and is essentially an extension of it. Seeing that possibly that I'm running through just a multitude of assumptions, that if this is this thing that is supposedly in, let's assume that it's in the planet, if it's filled with all these rocks, if it's a living creature, should it not feel pain? And if it does not, then how much energy does this creature have to be producing this much Lodeoganite? We are talking about potentially a creature, if alive at all, that is slumbering inside this realm. Could be catastrophic to more than just one realm.
And furthermore, Willow, if we're talking about a creature with that much energy, that much power, who's to say it is not the planet itself?
My.
Good lord, this sort of thing never happened when I had tenure. This is what happened when I don't have tenure and I go out into the world.
Yes, experience. Oh, as much of a terrifying discovery this is, I'd love to see how we can put this down to paper. However, it seems that we let's take it one step at a time while keeping this at the back of our minds.
Yes, of course. Most importantly, we have to help the goat man husband thing. But I have something to ask of you.
Sure.
Later
Am
on.
am I counting this as your?
Count it
I'm not.
I'm not. Say yes if it does not. Later on, when we've rescued Frisky and settled in for the evening, I have an experiment that I would like to conduct. If what Voltaire says is true and the Lodeoganite has some sort of effect on the minds of those that touch it, I also have an effect that can go into the minds of others. Perhaps I can try to communicate with whatever is inside the crystal or sense its energy, and perhaps, since I have one of each color, see, did they share the same energy? Did they come from the same source? I only ask, well, unfortunately I had a very good track record of pulling me out of mind-bending torture chambers, so perhaps if it were to go a bit awry, you could sort of slap me out of it.
Quite the request, but
If it makes you uncomfortable, feel nothing of it, but...
Oh no, I'm not uncomfortable. It's a chance to delve deep into the mind of others. My only gripe is that I will be juggling a single door to prevent the crossing of certain entities. Remember, it was tough last time, and I'm always up for a challenge because, I mean, why not? But there is a risk. I am willing to take that risk. Are you?
Perhaps we mull it over. We find Frisky first, and we come back.
Very well.
Perfect. As you know, the ancient Elvish say, tubular. It's another one I learned the other day.
Oh, I think the proper response for that was radical. With the
You've been reading your texts.
yeah,
I see.
well, I should probably brush up on my ancient television. But yes. Oh, lordy. We did it again. We're now so far behind.
I
And
know we
Willow
should catch
goes
up.
like behind you and starts pushing him like, come, let's go.
Yes, we should. Okay.
I don't know if anyone else wanted to address the conversation or anything. I didn't want to interrupt.
Gonna
I
say
knew
they're
that
far enough behind that we really didn't know what they were
Yeah.
talking about.
No, but you noticed that they were sort of like falling behind. So I didn't know if you guys wanted to kind of like address that. I didn't want to do that. But yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna look into this real quick. Inventory. Huh.
Yeah, I can see he attuned to it, but it didn't give him the strength points.
So let me just add that again. Oh, you know why? Because you had your override score to 17, so I'm gonna delete that real quick. There you go. Boom, done. Fixed it for you.
Oh, well, thank you, Dave.
You're welcome.
Oh, probably from the classes.
Yeah. So, all right. Cool. All right. So, after a little while, you guys sort of you can just pull you into here and then click on it. You guys find that bridge and stream that Yuri was talking about, and Gorm, you hear people sort of like, I don't know, like coaxing a goat, and you hear a bunch of like meh meh, a bunch of like goat bleeding, and like people just kind of like screaming and like coaxing, and some are nice words, some are very aggressive words.
I hear him up ahead, guys. Let's hurry up.
Really going back into town the day after we killed a ton of guards?
Well, we'll fucking do it again if we have to.
I guess we are force in nature, huh?
We did it once, we can do it twice.
Gorm's on a fucking mission right now. He doesn't give a shit what happens.
They can't hang you twice.
So what if this time the Baron, hates us?
I mean, what were the chances of that not being the case to begin with?
Well, that was the King's guards. Now there's just some random people for him.
Maybe he should have fed his people.
And, there's always a chance they'll give it up willingly. We'll just play it off like this is my goat, he's owned.
Fine. I'll try to charisma them out of it.
Gorm, is that you? I can hear you up ahead. Come, help, please. I try to chill, and he headbutts the person in front of him. These people that are not food, but they just obviously they can't fucking hear.
Is anybody else coming, or is Voltaire the only one who has my back here?
How do I do my token again? It's been a bit.
Are you not able to control it?
I don't remember how to bring it in.
Oh no, it's on the map.
It's in the top
I was
right.
Zoomed in. Okay. I'm sorry.
Do you still have control of Blue Jay, Willow? Or who had control of Blue Jay? Was it? Oh, it was Willow. Yeah. Kyle. There you go. There. Okay. All right. So, what's the first step, Gorm? You see a bunch of people surrounding Yuri. He's fucking scared out of his mind. He's asking you to hurry up and save him.
Gonna tell
And these people, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I was gonna tell these people to get away from my goat.
And they turn around, and a couple of them are like, "This is my goat. What are you talking about? I own this."
Sir, we both know damn well that's not your goat because it's my goat. And, you know, considering I just watched him headbutt one of you, but if you step aside, he'll come running willingly over to me. There's not really any disputing that.
Well, we found him, and he's so
Well, I'm afraid
go
that's
away
not.
now.
No, that's not how this is gonna work. Anyone with more charisma want to step up before I get violent?
I'll step up. Me step
Oh,
up.
go on, roll intimidation for me real quick. If you're saying that out loud. They pretty much look at you and kind of like say like yeah, go find somebody, you know, go somewhere else.
I'll step up to the task. Guys, we don't have to get physical here. We just want the code. We'll pay you. How much is in my account?
At that moment, Yuri kind of says to you all, because you guys can hear him, great, the one that wanted to eat me before was trying to help me. Oh, thank you, my hero. Go on, come on.
I'm gonna tell Gorb, however much money comes out, he'll have to double the money. I have 1 gold coin for this goat. Think of it. That's a good deal. We don't have to get violent. We get the goat back. You get a gold coin.
Wasn't even your goat to begin with.
Gorb, you're not helping.
They look at you, Valorant, and they say, 1 gold? We can get way more than that with this goat.
A gold. Or a goat.
I mean,
You see
yeah.
where you are?
Yeah, these are like short commodity. Like people want this. They're gonna pay top dollar for this.
Sure, buddy. 1,000 silver. Okay. 1,000 or 100?
10.
10 silver?
There's
I'm dumb.
1 gold.
All right. 1 gold and 1 silver. How about that?
And roll persuasion for me.
Thank you.
I knew you were waiting for that.
That worked.
Okay, yeah. They ponder for a moment, and they look back at Yuri, and they just say, "You know what? This goat is not worth the trouble. I'll take it."
Pleasure doing business with you, sir.
So just mark that off of.
Now, Corb, that's 2 gold and 2.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll live without it.
Oh, no.
I'll give you a month. If you don't get that, I'm putting interest on it.
Damn, Gorm coming in with the cold lines. It's colder steel than Valorant's ever worked with. So Frisky runs up and he just says, "I know you wanted to eat me before, but thank you so much for that. I don't know the equivalent exchange of the currency that we don't use currency, we use credits, but it's kind of the same thing, I guess. I don't know what the exchange rate is, but I'll pay you back, I promise."
You're done of this.
Wait, what'd you say?
That's all Gorm.
At that moment, Gorm, you see a bit of like pain behind Yuri's eyes. His very soulless looking goat eyes, and he just says, "Oh, Gorm, can you take me somewhere quiet, somewhere dark, please? Oh, my head is killing me."
Would we be able to make it back to our hideout?
No, there was I saw a little crevice over around the corner. Just take me over there. Take me over there. My head is killing. I don't think I could last. Oh, goodness.
What happened?
And you just see Gorm huck Yuri onto his shoulder and run. They can if you're not technically a goat.
Or they can now.
Give me a second.
He does that thing where they just like go stiff and just like falls over.
Actually, yes, that does happen. You see Yuri kind of like, he's like, "Oh goodness, oh my head," and he just goes stiff. He falls over, and you see like his body start to shift and contort, and like it's disgusting, like bones cracking, and like skin and muscle squelching, and it just looks and sounds horrible. And after about, I want to say, like a minute of this, and he's this whole time he's like groaning and kind of like crying out in pain. This is painful for him for some reason. And give me a second. What you see before you is a humanoid figure, and this one looks really strange. Looks kind of. Were you? Were you in the desert with the Titan fight or the mini Titan
No.
fight? You
No,
weren't.
I was not.
So you haven't seen his people. Anyway, you see this like weird looking humanoid creature, and he's laying on the ground unconscious.
He would have saw the one in that took over Lester.
Yes,
yes,
yes. And he looks kind of like that, but he has like a different skin color and like facial structure. And you see this person, this humanoid creature, lying on the ground unconscious, wearing clothes.
Thank God for that.
He seems to be wearing like a skin tight like jumper type situation with a like a it looks leather but you're not sure kind of jacket over it. And it's got some patches with like some weird markings or letters. You're not sure what exactly it is or what it stands for, but he's there lying unconscious.
Altair?
Oh, I forgot I had the kiss. Yes?
What the fuck is going on? This seems like a very much your people kind of thing going here.
Oh yeah, that's definitely one of them. Where did he come from?
That was risky.
Oh, that's Frisky.
Yeah, slash Yuri.
Oh.
Refresh my page real quick. Give me a second.
So that's interesting. So he's not a goat anymore. Why is he just laying there?
I think he was hurt. I was kind of hoping you could help me with that because, you know, I don't know anything about your people or how they work.
Well, neither do I. My mom. Let's take it back to my mom.
Okay.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'm still loading in. Ooh, give me a second. I gotta fix this. There we go. Everything's popping up now. Thank you. Edit. I'm gonna fix something real quick. If I can do this. There you go. There you go.
I think it's kind of odd that I never remember being in a form that looks like this. This would be the second scene also.
All right. Gorm, you should have control of Yuri's token now.
Okay, I do.
You sure do. Stop it, guys.
So, yeah, I guess let's head back to Voltaire's mom.
Okay.
Voltaire's mom has got it going on.
Now that she looks like a teenager again.
Does she? I don't know if we established that.
But you said a younger lady. I don't know year-wise.
I mean,
but...
she obviously turned back into an older woman.
Or 30s. I don't know.
Trying to say 30 is old.
Well, I'm older than that, so not that old.
I was
Let
about
me
to
just.
say, you're probably not wrong, but I don't like it.
Let me just kind of like move everyone's tokens over here real quick.
I'll leave Ike circling around the outside.
And I'll put. Oops, didn't want to do that. Oh my gosh, what's going on? There we go. Yuri can go right there. There we go. All right. How are you guys entering this house?
Walk in and be like, Mama, are you home?
Oh, I gotta remember the voice I had for her. Fuck. I really need to start recording these things.
Just make up a new one and pretend it was the same one. 50-50 shot, one of us will catch it.
All right, she comes out of the room. She says, Oh, Valsan, you're back.
Yeah. We brought Yuri back. He looks humanoid again.
Yuri.
He needs some help. It looks like. I don't know what's going on. We figured you might be able to do something.
Do you have any of those crystals on you?
I have cerulean, fuchsia, and the green one.
Just give me whatever you have. They're just flavors. Just give me one.
The cerulean.
And she sort of like presses it to his skin and just like puts pressure on it as it starts to kind of like absorb into his body. And it sounds really gross as she's doing this. It kind of like squelching sounds like. And she says, "Give me another. Give me another. Give me another."
I hand her 4 of them.
And like one after the other, just squelching sounds as she's like pressing them into his body.
How many do you need?
And she's like, that might be enough. I don't want to overstuff him. When was the last time he had one?
I just look at Gorm.
I don't know. He was a goat. He got into everything.
Our people cannot go that long without consuming these. We get sick. And it's not good.
Why wouldn't he have said something? I mean, he knew we had him.
Maybe he was nervous. Maybe it was pride. I don't know what it is. I'm not him. And then after a few moments, he gasps for air, and he's not exactly conscious, but he's not in a catatonic state anymore. He seems to like respond to some stimuli.
Yuri, thank goodness you're okay. Thought we lost you there for a moment.
What happened? What's going on?
Mama says you didn't need anything. Why didn't you ask for food?
What? Why don't I need to use my brain that hard? And he like puts what he thinks is his hoof to his face, and he's like touching his face with his hand. He's kind of like, what the fuck just happened?
Welcome back to the land of the bipedals.
This is a miracle. How? I thought I was locked out.
Don't.
My completely uneducated, non-scientific guess is that you might have died for a second or two there.
I mean, it's possible. I don't know. I've never died before. Have any of you died before?
I mean,
that's a resounding no. I guess. Haha! I guess I'm the first. Yes.
Kick him. And
to answer your question though, I didn't know how. I didn't know how to ask a goat eating crystals. I don't even know if I could in that form. Might break a tooth or two. I don't know.
I've seen a goat eat a rock. I think you would have been alright.
I don't know much about the species here, so I didn't want to take any chances.
You happen to be the one that could eat just about anything.
Well, it would have been nice to know that. Guess I should have done my research.
How did you survive without us?
Frankly, I have no idea. I mean, I guess I was only in that goat form for roughly, and he starts counting on his hands. I can count with fingers. I haven't been able to do this in a while. He's just like mesmerized by his fingers again. Oh, it's been a few months. I guess a few months. Like, I guess when I was tasked to find Voltaire and look after him, that's when I stopped consuming, I guess? I don't know. Didn't want to take any chances, thought I could survive, but apparently not.
So why do you think you got your connection back?
As Gorm said, you are smarter than you think. I think I might have just died. And I guess my cells with the residual Lodeogenite, I guess reconstructed my natural form, maybe? Is my guess? I don't know.
That's quite the miracle.
I mean, anyone else can chime in with their guesses. That's just I don't know. Anyway, I I don't know. Thank you. Valorant, Gom, Voltaire, thank you. I don't know if I'd be around if it wasn't for you three,
Well,
especially finding you three in that forest. I mean,
I
that was
think we all know the answer on if you'd be around or not without us.
I mean, it's true. Probably be dead. But
You guys
Lee,
should come in out of the street.
Lee, do you have any other food around here? And she says, I might have something. And she starts like rummaging through her cabinets and her drawers. I'll make you a nice soup. How does that sound? That sounds lovely.
Wait, do you have any other colors of the Deoganite here?
Well, not much could be found here.
I mean, I'll trade you.
We only have three that you've acquired. I don't know if there's any more. I haven't found any. Haven't heard any. Or heard of any. I don't even know if there's any more of our people here.
I think there's many of our people around. I mean, not necessarily the good ones. I think there's a lot of bad ones on this world.
Well, I know that myself and your father and a few other people were jettisoned to Varadar to kind of like escape. So I don't know if the others survived.
You're gonna knock them out again.
Right as he's eating soup.
Flaming fist from Valor.
What?
Oh, here, let me heat that up for you. Smash.
God damn, let
are
him
you-
recover first.
Are you actually doing that? Valrid, are you actually doing that?
With it, let's have some fun.
Fuck it, alright. So, as you do that, he goes, hey, I said I would pay you back. I don't have the money right now. In fact, I'm fucking broke. I didn't bring money here. I didn't think there was an equivalent exchange here.
I'm just gonna squint my eyes at him.
I've been a fucking goat for the past 2 or 3 months. Expect me to have money on me?
Touche. You haven't noticed that recently?
I'm starting to see it more.
First with the initiate, then with the interrogation, now asking for money. It's all coming full circle.
It only clicked when we started asking for the money. I'm like, wait.
And so, after that stint right there, Yuri finishes his soup, his glowing soup. He gets up, kind of like wipes his face, straightens out his clothes, and he walks over to Gorm. And for the first time ever, you're essentially seeing eye to eye with Yuri as he stands in front of you, and the face that you're looking into is just strange. Like it's a face. Yeah, you know who it is, but you've spoken to this person for the past few weeks, but it's like a stranger to you essentially. And he kind of like he holds out his hand and he like, I think this is a custom here. And he like wants to shake your hand and like I just yeah I don't know how this works.
I'll shake his hand and say, no, you've got the idea.
I just want to say sorry for all of everything. I guess I'm putting you through all this trouble and heartache. I mean I had the heartache, but that's a story for another day. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Well, it's not your fault. We'd be getting wrapped up in these situations anyway.
Well, I also want to apologize on behalf of, I guess, our people. And he points at Voltaire and Leora. We're not all the same. I guess you can kind of gather that. I mean, if you ever meet somebody else from my home, I guess don't shoot first, ask questions later. Unless they're being aggressive, then yeah, definitely shoot first, ask questions later. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're not trying to exterminate an entire race.
I mean, that would be ridiculous.
Kind of trying to fix problems, not become them, I thought.
I think you should tell your ideals to this fucking cultist. Wish they shared the same ideals.
Yeah, they don't listen so good either.
True that, or whatever the cool kids say, and he just awkwardly staring at you, kind of like rocks back and forth on his feet. Yeah, yeah.
So, what's the plan now?
I don't know. I guess I'm along for the ride. Maybe I don't know if you still have me. I'm more than willing to join in your escapades. But if you want your space, I respect it.
I mean, we obviously get into a lot of tussles. Are you able to fight?
And are you well enough to travel?
I mean, come on now, guys. I was in the security sector. I know how to fight. I mean, kind of. Or I wasn't the best god. I guess that's why they put me on refugee duty.
I mean, I'm fine with it, but at your own risk.
Oh, I'll do my best. I promise. Just maybe a little bit until I can get refamiliarized with this again. It's been a little while. I've been walking on four legs and eating grass, so I gotta get back into the swing of things, as they say.
Speaking of the cultists, did you find any clues on whereabouts of them? Any idea of any happenings around here?
I didn't, but I didn't.
They seem to be more active back in Pure Star.
Yeah, Star. Wait, that's where we just were. That's right. Don't know the names of these places yet. Was it that big old statue thing in the middle of the city? Is that what they're after?
Is that what they're after?
You guys remember, in the center of the city in Titan's Landing is a giant hollowed out, giant hollowed out remains of a dead Titan that's been used as like a living situation.
Yeah, like they built the city around it.
Yes. I can see the notes being scrambled right now. Love it. Yeah, he's like, maybe that's what they're after. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's a place to start.
That actually makes a lot of sense now that you mention it. Like they had a trial run over at that the other temple.
What other temple?
The one in the woods? Or the desert, I mean?
Well, I have no idea what you're talking about.
We weren't there for that.
Okay. So I guess we can take him. I mean, do you guys have any pressing matter on this continent? Go back.
I suppose not, if we all agreed cultists were the #1 priority.
Professor, fancy a trip across the sea?
The professor is visibly sweating at the idea of leaving the only town he's ever lived in his whole life. But he's gonna look at you and go, "Yes, no, that sounds wonderful. Let's do that. Let's just go. Let's just go be crazy."
And how long did it take us to get over here? A couple days?
A few days.
Okay, so we wouldn't miss the Shadow Knight thingy?
No, I would say that you would arrive there just a few days before. So you would have at least a couple days to do some last minute shopping, although it might be a little more expensive considering it's closer to the holiday and people are kind of like scrambling to get their supplies and costume supplies and whatnot.
What if we... Well, the costumes will be much better over there, but we could try to grab costumes here before we leave.
Well, we're kind of wanted in this area.
I mean, that is true. I did see a guard with the same regalia. going around to different barracks, and I don't know, you might be enemy number one, but we'll have to, I guess, take a risk if you want. But I don't know, I wouldn't advise it, especially me in the state I'm in right now. I'm not exactly a goat anymore. I don't think
Yes.
seeing a strange thing like me would bring any joy to people's faces. Yeah, quite the opposite, in fact.
So yeah, we should probably leave.
Yep.
Oh, I'm not trying to make you do anything you don't want to do. Oh, that's just my input. I'm not even here.
If we're voting, I would go back to Pure Star and make arrangements to send my mother over to Snow Vault.
And she kind of like asks you, does it snow there?
A little bit, not bad, I think. I don't know.
Valoran would know that wintertime it snows really bad. Like they get really bad snowstorms there.
Oh, yeah, just a little bit.
Valoran would know that. I don't know about Voltaire.
I say it anyway. I just say a little bit.
Or one thing. Taking.
Your snow?
Yes, my snow!
It's still gonna snow. I'm just telling her it's not.
So when do we leave? I don't
Right.
really have anything to pack, so I'm ready whenever you are.
Anybody have anything?
I should probably go tell my employer that I'm not dead, and probably I might leave a note for Tarthano, just being like, hey, I'm not here. I'm investigating and stuff.
You might want to tell your work that you're leaving for a bit. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'd like to have a job when I come back, you know.
And then, I guess we'll have to sneak back by the spiderweb hideout and put the earpiece back there and message Tarthano and let him know that, it is compromised and the king is definitely like trying to shut things down and it's not safe, but we'll leave the marker at the hideout.
All right, yeah, he responds with pretty much saying like, got it, take note, just be safe, we'll see you soon.
And that we're headed back.
Oh, I'm sorry. Trying to figure something out here. It's not working. Where is it? I'll just put that one. Okay, that's fine. So where's the first destination?
The school?
All right. So
City.
Academy, the Academy of Arcanum of Blackfield. It's very prestigious, or at least tries to be.
It's not the Black Belt Academy of Arcanum. Bah.
I mean,
With the goat mascots.
wow,
Man,
that would be fitting.
It would be.
Anyway, you make it back to the academy, and Isaac, as you're walking past your class to go to, I guess the dean's office, if you will, you hear like a little bit of commotion coming from your classroom, and as you peek your head in, I'll bring you onto the map. You see a girl, like a teenage hobgoblin, just sitting in the front, and she's kind of like waiting patiently, looking at the blackboard, and she just, going through some of her class notes, and you would recognize this as Azrag.
I feel like I walk in, I want to say probably still like someone else's blood splattered sort of on my cloak, looking like I've been through our forest fire and just sort of run out the other side. And I'll see her and I go, oh, hi, hello, Miss Azrag. Wow, diligent as ever, showing up to class. Thank you for that. How are you doing?
Well, always the first to arrive, always the last to leave.
Yes, you are that. Very, very diligent indeed.
Is there no class today?
Well, there's sort of not going to be class for a bit. I am involved in a personal research trip that the headmaster has sort of steered me towards, so it's personal research.
Give me 1 second, trying to load up my notes real quick.
Hoping and praying that this teenage girl believes me. Your college professor is not wanted by the law. I am all in.
I am your university instructor. Pure anarchy. I believe in you. You're our next generation.
Homework is due Friday. I am not on the TSA watch list. Everything is A-okay.
So she would essentially just like look very sad and just like, "Oh, this is my favorite class. I really like when you taught us about like the oracles of Delphi and like the alchemy that goes into divination, and like I love that stuff."
I understand it is. God, it is very interesting. I could go on and on about it.
I'm sorry. I was kind of like doing a little bit of research, and I maybe have a gift for you. If you don't want, that's fine. I mean, I get it. But it's a little spell scroll I've been working on. I just, if you don't like it, I mean, you can tell me what I did wrong and maybe how I could do it better.
Yes, of course. I mean, let me take a look at it.
And she hands you the scroll, and as you like unravel it and unfurl it, whatever, it's kind of like a basic rendition of the scry spell.
Real as hell.
I, I've been paying attention in class and kind of doing my own research on the side. I wanted to impress you. It's stupid, I know. It's not that good.
No, I mean, that's right. This is wonderful work. You've done an excellent job. The margins are truly, practically perfect.
Really?
Yes, I mean, you know what? Thank you for this, first of all. Very well done. I'm going to leave you with some readings that I think you might really enjoy. Yes, a little research project for you, of your own. And then when I get back, we'll confer and see what your results are.
Told you this is my favorite class. Now what is it? I'm ready.
Here's the question. Should I put her on something that could help me, but potentially kill her? I'm kidding.
Yes.
Immediate yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, yes.
Immediate yes. That's really cool.
I mean, we are kind of saving the world a bit.
It's collateral. It's fine.
Greater good.
She's a teenager.
I mean, she does have her whole life ahead of her.
Yeah, it's not like, whatever.
I mean, you don't know that.
I mean, if she dies now, then she has had her whole life ahead of her, and gone in an instant.
You don't know. The rest of her life could be terrible.
Exactly.
True.
So fair. I think I'm gonna radicalize this teenager.
Oh
I'm gonna
boy.
Get for her because I teach not only divination but also history, ancient history, that kind of thing. I'm going to gather for her some texts about ancient like coups and civilian uprisings, as well as like the role, like, academic essays on like the role of divination in like politics and like that kind of.
Ooh, interesting.
I'm gonna radicalize this teenager. She's gonna bring the king down herself.
Interesting.
Plant the seeds of revolution.
She's gonna be a teenage spy.
Isaac, are you done? We're kind of a time crunch.
Yes. Sorry, I get so lost track of time. Yes, as I just focus on these for right now. If you have any questions, I mean, I don't really have a forwarding address where I'm going. Maybe just keep like a list of your questions and I'll answer them when I get back, I guess. Or you can ask the headmaster or some of the other professors.
But I don't like their answers. I'll just write them down. It's fine. Go do your thing. And she winks at you.
You should probably be running this establishment. I feel like you're way more put together than I am. Okay. I wish you the best of luck. You are a bright young woman on an excellent path in your life, and I believe in you. And then I'm gonna run up, careful if I left any of the crystals on like my desk or in the room, grab them all, put them in my bag, and be like, "Okay, good luck. We got this."
And as you're running out, she goes, "You might want to wash that off before you go talk to anyone else. Um,
Yeah,
you can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me."
she's cold as hell.
Before Willow closes the door, he just looks at this girl. Hey, girl.
And she looks around. She doesn't quite see you. Yes.
Yeah, it is I, the disembodied voice. Be sure to look at non-detection and anti-divinity. Professor really doesn't know how to keep his voice down whenever he's excited, does he? And just close the door.
And as you're closing it, you can see her like she's like scribbling down on the paper.
Oh.
So I'll say, for the sake of brevity, you go into the dean's office. You before you do up a little bit, compose yourself, and then you kind of like explain the situation to an extent, and then you guys make your way outside. I'm gonna bring you guys back to the forest camp map, just for the sake of not having a map for this. And actually, while you guys are kind of like going back to the airship or whatever, wherever you're going, you hear like panting as if somebody's trying to run to catch up to you. And these the footfalls are like kind of like quick, as if like it's a smaller person. And you see, and as you turn around, you see. Oh, thank goodness.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, you guys are fast. Oh, all my ribs hurt. Oh man.
You enjoying Black Belt?
No, normally I walk to deliver the mail. Oh my stomach. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's fine. I delivered that package. The lady got her, watch or timepiece or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I got something for you guys. It's addressed to you. I know you guys go by the name Hunch them, so I saw this and I immediately told the courier office I had to take it. I was excited for this. You guys are cool. I had to deliver this.
Okay.
And he hands you this note, and and the it essentially just says hunch them in Black Belt. There's no address or anything, but the return address, it says Umtash Damia Snowvault, and this is the letter. Give me a second. I'm going to share it with you all. It should be in your journal. Whoever wants to read it out loud, you can, because I'm not reading it out loud.
The Umtosh's letter, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Huntsies, I wanted to write the letter to go with my drawing.
Rune Rose?
Run Russ, yeah.
Say Aaron's face, get all angry and funny looking. Anyways, I hope you guys come back, visit again. I love you. From Umtash Damia.
And
Aw.
yeah, this is the drawing that is included with the letter.
Dave,
This looks like
Dave.
an actual drawing.
It is.
Okay.
did your kids draw this?
I was
Yes.
gonna say.
Yes. I
That's
commissioned
so
my,
cute.
I commissioned my kid to draw this.
I like corn with the muscles.
Pretty accurate.
That was angry.
No complaints. Couldn't have done it better myself.
Oh.
I absolutely love it.
Will show?
Oh, this is so cute. Oh my goodness.
The fucking little arms are the best.
Oh, that's so cute.
And they put the sun in the corner.
It always has to be in the corner.
It has to.
Out of game, she did ask if I wanted her to do that. I'm like, you know what? Yes, go for it. She's like, but it wouldn't make sense. I'm like, would it make sense? Do it.
This is so adorable.
I'll let you guys stew on this picture for a moment and ask any questions if you'd like, or in character.
I was actually gonna address Snick.
Okay.
We're heading back to most likely Pure Start. Are you sticking around here or you need a lift?
Oh, I still have some work here.
Alright.
But if you guys are ever coming back, or if I get relocated somewhere else, I'll see you again. It was like the whole finger guns.
I'd do the same thing, but you might get hurt.
Yeah, don't do that. Anyone else?
I have a very quick question for Yuri.
Okay.
I'll do it the non-invasive way. You know what? I won't brain scramble to talk to him inside his mind. I'll be nice. I'm gonna just kind of take a seat by him. I almost said crouch, and then I remembered that's a man now. It's not a goat. That's cool. I crouch anyway, a little bit overzealous. I'm gonna turn to him and go, sorry, I mean, it really feels like you're dealing with a lot right now. Obviously being like, you have, hands and fingers again. I was wondering if I could just run something by you super quick. That'd be cool.
Oh, sure. I mean, I'm an open book.
Wonderful. You have all your memories of your home world, correct? Like you've retained everything. You remember what it looks like.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I sure hope so.
Fair enough, right? Don't we all? That was a weird thing to say. Never mind. Anyway, I'm gonna use minor illusion to make a little 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 square cube.
A little photograph.
Yeah, a little diorama, right?
Look at it.
Yeah. Anyway, a little diorama of the Tron city that Willow and I saw in our weird collective trauma vision.
And as you show him this, his eyes widen and his skin kind of like changes color, like visually changes to a deep blue, and he just looks shocked.
See, this doesn't surprise me. Okay.
Where did you find this image? What?
Is this your home?
And you see like a little bit of moisture in his eye, and a tear starts falling down.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to put it away? I can put it away.
No, it's I've been trained, I guess, for this. It's just hard,
Is that I assume your home?
I guess. I mean, it was. I don't know anymore. All those people, my family, my friends, people I've not yet met, that I could have.
Wait. I feel as though I may have some bad news.
I mean, nothing can be worse news than seeing your home be destroyed the way it seems it's being.
Yes. Well, we're lucky the picture didn't come with sound, I'm afraid. And I don't think it's going particularly well over there. This may be a pointless question, but correct me if I'm wrong, you said you traveled here, right? You came here?
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
Just like, he mentioned that he traveled here? Or he came here somehow? Like from the planet?
I mean, kind of. Traveled, came, I broad terms, I guess.
Right. How? Sorry if that's a little invasive. Is it sort of like a teleport type, here we are, or is there some sort of crossing or something?
Oh, how do I explain this? Trying to find the right terms. I don't want to say dumb it down. That's horrible. That's
No,
mean.
you know what? I think we're past the point of you offending me in any way. I found out that there were aliens like 2 days ago. You can kind of go.
I mean, I guess the best term is we kind of like manifest here. I guess I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the right term, but it's the closest one I can think of.
Does that would take a lot of energy, right?
Yeah. I guess. I mean, I didn't really put much thought into that. I just do what I'm told and go where I'm told.
Right. To your knowledge, you may not have the answer to this, but has anyone that's not from your planet ever been on your planet?
Can you kind of like repeat that question again?
Yeah. And you may not have the answer to this, but has there ever been someone that wasn't originally from your planet, an outsider, someone maybe from our world? Have they ever been on your planet? Has there ever been someone like that's not your species doing this manifestation?
I mean, we've had people from other, I guess you call them planets, travel to our place to kind of commune, mate, coexist, if you will. But I don't think anyone from here. I've never seen anyone from here.
Hmm.
At least me personally. I
Yes. Fair enough. Interesting. Okay.
saw this one guy once. He was huge. He had like 4 arms and like 6 eyes, and it was cool. I wish I had that kind of. I mean, if I had access to the MRN, I mean, I could show you, but
Yes. Wow.
I don't have that access anymore.
Okay. Cool. That's cool. Well, I'm sorry for what's happening, and I'm sure that we'll make it right.
I know you will. I haven't really spent a lot of time with you guys. I mean, the last few weeks, a month, I guess, would be now. I've seen a lot. I've experienced a lot, and I could safely say I'm in good company, safe company.
I have the same feeling. I suppose we should get ready to go. The professor's gonna turn around, and I think anyone that can see him or can watch him physically have a moment where half of him is engaged in very deep thought and hypothesis of what the hell does that mean? How does that fit together? And the other half is fully any character in any of the Cthulhu mythos finding out that anything is real. There's a real tiny mental breakdown happening.
And as you turn to walk away, he sort of kind of taps, puts his hand on your shoulder, and he just says, "Even though it was horrible to see, I appreciate you showing me that. It really helps me understand exactly what I was fighting for in the beginning, which was, freedom to coexist, just to be happy, to be safe. Yeah, thank you."
I was hoping somebody else had something outside that they knew what that was.
Yeah.
I'm trying to recollect. And I'm like, did I forget an NPC's name? Maybe not. This is weird.
I never remember a cat jumping on his head.
I thought Aaron was the name of the little kid with the girl, but that's a different little kid. I'm like, who's Aaron? Oh my goodness.
Who was the girl at the graveyard? That had
Celine
yeah.
That was the daughter
of Bodrad.
Yeah.
And Zora.
which is the son of.
No, Zora is Bodrad's wife.
Oh. But Celine was chasing another girl, another child, or being
was-
chased by another one?
No, they her and Umtash were playing together.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is, yeah. What is this? That was
No
a lot of
metagaming.
info.
Just wanted to drop that bombshell on you
A
guys.
lot of info.
I know this wasn't like a combat session. I had some plan, but I didn't want to like press you guys to jump into that if you didn't want to.
From Valor and becoming a mafia boss.
I'm gonna have to write more encounters
Mafioso.
to deal with that.
You said that, and I was gonna be like, "Oh, here's a bag of powder for you."
Magic drug.
And I'm like,
You can get money
no,
from
are
this."
we talking about drugs now? Are we really leaning into this?
I
Yeah.
mean, the powderized Lodeoganite was used as drugs.
Oh my goodness.
And I was the
It-
first user.
Well, no, you weren't. You weren't.
No way!
Remember the grappling competition with Borinar? The contender, Grimgar,
Oh.
at the very tail end, when he felt like he was losing, he kind of like snorted some fuchsia Ludeoganite powder and was kind of like resistant to any kind of damage for temporarily. Or like it seemed like he was. Until he wasn't.
Well, I'm guessing it's been a thing in the town for quite some time.
This town is just ripe for a new mob boss.
Hey, we're a family of sorts, right, guys?
Valorant for Baron.
Oh my god.
Well, that'd be a step down for you, though, right? We gotta get you up to Duke then.
There we go.
Yeah.
Why not go for king? We're gonna depose him anyway.
Well, eventually,
you're
yeah.
right.
Hop in.
No,
So you're
keep
saying
the
Big
king.
military
Keep the
campaign.
king. Keep the king and make him a puppet.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's the point of being a duke.
Oh man. So much space and sci-fi and fantasy, and I'm like, oh my god.
I wanna go to my hometown now. Home
I
planet.
mean, you're there.
I
You're
mean,
there.
the other planet. How do we get over there? I was hoping that you were gonna tell Professor how to get there. But, well, that's our new goal. Skip this world.
Wait. I think I have an idea. Maybe if Voltaire has a memento from that planet, we can visit in the nearby
Yo.
future. So remember, we
Um,
have the amulet of
um,
planes.
I would have to say
Maybe.
I don't, but my
Yeah.
mom or Yuri might. Because I was
So.
born on this world, right?
Correct.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's why you. I don't know if you remember what you had mentioned earlier, but you didn't remember ever looking like that
Right.
because the whole time you've been here, you've looked like the people you are surrounded by,
Yeah,
and you
that's
sort of like deadlocked yourself into this form, if you will. as a
why I
default
said that,
form.
because I was like, I've never been that. Yeah, so my subconscious just picked this as my look.
Default.
Yeah.
Begs the question: if you have to transform into something, do you really have? I don't remember if we touched on it, but do you really have a neutral form? And if you don't, how did you get this figure? If you grew up as this shape, like what? How did your mind How did your mind get into this?
That's why I look so young for my age. I'm really like this like 400-pound thing under here. It's just in the shape of like this real chiseled man.
Oh.
Excellent.
Freddie and I were having like a very deep
Oh my
hypothesis sharing on exactly what this freaking Lodeoganite is. We were going through a rabbit hole of like theories.
Bro. Now the
Well, keep going, cause you're giving me ideas.
Bro, now the Titan body, I'm like,
Oh
is
yeah,
it
that
made
was
of that? Is it like, if the experiment that I want to do gives me the results that I think, or I'm hoping it will, does that mean that it's all like connected? I need like full like, I need a murder board. I need the red thread, the tacks on the wall.
that statue threw me. I was not even on my radar.
Interesting. It's just interesting.
So does this mean that you guys are gonna start posting in the session planning channel more?
Whoa, asking for too much.
Easy, easy.
Just want my drug empire in D&D, okay?
Exactly. I'll be a benefactor, you know. I'm happy to give some money to the benefactor.
What better place to start than the hood?
I mean,
That's
yeah,
so bad.
it fits, I guess.
Here I am, trying to clean up this city, trying to do better. And I'm like, why don't we put a drug empire in it? This looks like a spot for a drug empire.
Yeah, perfect spot. It's free real estate.
Ripe for the picking. And it's
Wow.
passive income.
Real. Oh,
Oh,
Get the kids hooked. It's great.
The only problem is we need a steady supply of Lodeoganite. We gotta source that.
And you really don't know how much is in the world, so could be finite, could be infinite. You don't know.
Imagine if this world is actually just a bait. There's a lot more Lodeoganite in this planet, let's say, deeper underground. Like we were talking about, okay, there's a lot of lights coming on from the Voltaire's planet. What if the lights are all Lodeoganite? They're all coming from a creature that is or is within the planet itself. If it's a living creature, because we know that there are organisms living inside of these Lodeoganites, what if the rocks are just an offshoot of its body? What if,
Who knows?
what if they're all one and the same, just different forms? What if Voltaire is not really Voltaire, but just because of the amount of life that's been giving off from these rocks is just rock that's been giving sentience and form, but still within the same consciousness, maybe,
What if it's
or
like?
still the same person of that as this thing that's inside your planet.
What about it like Epic Men in Black style, where like the planets are the like crystals themselves?
The marbles.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Which means there's a lot of power. And if the
Also-
cult's looking for this,
we were throwing around too that we were like, what if they're all connected? Like, what if you're all on one, like, you all have like one energy, or like you're all like kind of made of the same thing, and you have to power yourself up from like the source that you came from.
yeah.
Yeah.
And also, what if the planet itself is a titan, or like has some sort of like an elder titan in it, and then they're like, that's why the cult is like crystal shit. I don't know, man. We're going off.
If it is, then that's maybe enough power to open this portal to bring, who knows, into now our realm, to siphon energy from that to here.
Like the Thanos situation.
Yeah.
Oh
Guess
man.
you just have to wait and see.
And this is clearly not all of it, and now we've provided Dave with answers, and now he's just gotta pick one.
Right.
Pick the worst one.
It's like Multiple choice. Let's see where
I
this
mean,
goes.
I already have my answer, but I love all those theories.
Are any of them close?
I can't say anything. You'll just have to wait and see.
Drive me nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, I like we go around and like literally just like absorbing the crystals, so we're like sucking in galaxies.
What's one of the? Oh, I said that one of those rocks are essentially just living batteries. If one of you dies, what happens? Like from a prolonged period of time, let's say, what happens if we just stock like 6 feet of like we freaking just ram it inside you? You know, like a Lodeo get it. Will it bring you back to life? Who knows? But it's like a fun thought experiment. What happens if? Because if it worked for a short time, maybe we can see if we can be extended.
You kind of saw that work for Yuri a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, for the temporary, it could just be like a revivify spell, where within the minute you can still do it. But for, what if we waited a day, 2 days, a week?
Guess we'll just have to kill,
Yuri.
these
That's
Zolgrivians.
it. We'll have Valorant kill Yuri, get his gold back, and then we'll stick crystals up.
Were we sticking those crystals?
I leave it to your imagination. But we know exactly where it's going.
No,
Inside.
just do it that. I'm making another hole. I'm sorry.
They're gonna spit roast Yuri with crystals.
Raise it like that.
Let's see your children draw that picture.
Speaking of that, I will let her know that you guys loved it.
Yeah, that was
Yes, it is really
Awesome.
really fun.
Honestly, she kind of had to like dumb down her talents a little bit.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
shoot!
Because she's like, you want me to draw this picture? Like, you want me to draw their whole bodies? I'm like, I want you to draw it as if like a 4 or 6 year old was drawing this picture. She's gonna be 10 this year.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense. The L's are a little too consistent. I'm like, there's a lot more straight lines than like a 4 or 5 year old. I'm like,
She
Mhm.
tried.
It's pretty good though. Pretty good.
She's like, do you want some of the letters to be backwards? I'm like, do whatever you think would work. I'm letting you have the creative freedom. I gave her some guidelines to go off of and just let her go ham.
That was fun. Sent a picture to my best friend. I'm like, look, he's cute.
I'll have to show you the like. I'll send you one of the other images too.
Now I need to make it with the new group. Yeah, a lot of changes since then.
It's a little bit. A bit of a mix-up.
It's kind of nostalgic.
Yeah.
I know. But that was the
Yeah.
whole point of that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get a new name too.
I like tons of them.
Okay. Rock on with that one.
I'm looking at this picture now. Is Aaron an elf? Do we know any elves? What is this brown thing?
The big
It's a harp.
A harp. I thought it was a shield.
What are you looking at?
Oh no, the picture. I'm like, who is Aaron? Who's this cat? Oh,
Oh, that-
just like, yeah. Hmm. That was fun.
Well, I'm gonna hit
Thank
the
you
road.
guys. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what happens next week.
Me too.
Me too.
Me too, since I haven't done any prep for it.
What other faction are we gonna fuck with?
Oh.
We've messed with half the world already.
Exactly.
Why go? Why stay with half? Fuck it. Let's do the whole thing.
We just go to
Rookie
some
numbers.
other random continent, just ignore everything and
Poke
just
the bear.
fly off.
This looks like a good spot to drop a nuke.
That's a cute little monarchy you got there.
Uh,
Well, you guys have a wonderful week. I will see you next Thursday. Yeah, just be safe. Yeah. See you guys next week.
Yeah, thank you